This is class 10th 2021 paper, sample question paper, computer application. So this is the theory question paper and this has been released by Cbse. Maximum marks is 50 and time allowed is 2 hours. And there were two parts. So this will be the pattern of your examination. Part A, each part is compulsory. Part A, 20 marks. Part B, 30 marks. 20 marks and 30 marks. So this part A will consist of two sections. Smaller question it will be. So it will have very short answer question and the MCQ based question. Part B otherwise is quite descriptive. So there will be some internal options also you are given. Okay, choices are being given. So we'll see one by one and I'll tell you what is the marking scheme, what you have to write so that you get the complete answer, a full answer and then full marks. So this section 1 we are taking, this is part A, and 4 to 8 we have fill in the blanks, and most appropriate answer, even if you change the answer, means it has to be appropriate, not exactly what is given here. So 1 to 13 you have to attempt 10 questions here. What is a home page? So whenever you open your website, so the first page which comes is the home page. So the default page by itself which come, because a web page are multiple in a website. So this website, if it contains multiple pages, the first page which comes is home page. Which heading element gives the most prominent headings? So as we know, in HTML we have H1 to H6. These are the 6 level of heading. Whenever we have a document, we write something as heading, that is this, then we write the content, then this, we write the content. So heading can be larger, it can be smaller. So the highest possible is H1, the lowest one is H6. H1 is the answer. Proper, you have to write with the tag, these tags, angle brackets. Given use of anchor tag. Now anchor tag has multiple usage. Multiple use it is. So the anchor tag is like this. We start with anchor A, this angle A. href is the hyperlink reference. Here you give a path of proper page or the section of the page. Means if you are taking it to outside, if you are taking it to the website, web page of your own website, everything what you want user to click and go. So this is the click. So whenever user click on this click, it will take the user to this href link. So anchor tag is used to create hyperlinks. Dash tag is used for horizontal line. So HR stands for horizontal rule. Horizontal rule. So this is a tag used for horizontal line. So there will be a horizontal line. If you want to change the color, then also it is possible. You can write there is an attribute here which can give you the color. So horizontal tag, HR tag, better is to write in this form, in the angle brackets, HR tag, horizontal rule tag. An empty HTML has a dash tag but no dash tag. So we just saw the A tag. So it was a container tag. We started A and we also ended A. So it was a container tag. But when we write HR tag, we just saw right now. So HR tag, you don't need a closing HR. For example, BR, break tag, line break. You don't need a /BR. You don't need either this one or this one. So the empty element tag has a start tag or initial tag, but no end tag. So appropriate answer you can fill. It is not always expected that you write only start and end. Okay. Dash tag creates a bulleted list. So we have two types of list in HTML: ordered list and unordered list. Ordered list and unordered list. So when you make the ordered list, by default 1, 2, 3 will come. So there will be a proper ranking, numbering will come. So A, B, C may come if you give here type equals A. So type equals I if you give, it will be 1, 2, 3 like this. So there will be a ordered list. In unordered list, you don't need or you don't want numbers. So you want every line to be of equal ranking. So round shape, disc shape, square shape will come. So this dash tag creates a bulleted list. Unordered list, UL tag creates. UL is the correct answer. So if you want to write, please write here unordered list also. That will be, icing on the cake. So you can also write unordered list. If you have enough time, you can just write this. It will be good, better. The code for inserting an image in an HTML page is img, then src equals this, alt equals this. So this alt attribute is used for what? So when you use this img, you start with img, then you give the source, that is the path from where the image has to be taken. So it can be relative, it can be absolute. If the web page and the images are on the same folder, it will take by itself, otherwise you have to give the path. What about the alt? Alt is being asked. So the alt attribute is what? This is the specification, or the alternate text is specifying the alternate text, another text for the image. Because if you want to use this image somewhere, it's not only HTML you are using. Sometimes you will be using JavaScript, sometimes jQuery, sometimes AngularJS. So these are also adding the dynamicity to your web page. For that you need the name of the image. So the name of the image is given in this alt tag. Alt tag will be specifying the alternate text for the image. Ravi is trying to log in to his net banking account. He noticed that the URL of the net banking starts with HTTPS. The S in HTTPS stands for what? So initially when all started www, it was all HTTP. The web page www interlinking or going and coming of web page was done by hypertext transfer protocol, HTTP. So all these www web pages and whatever was going on was through HTTP. Now slowly and gradually the level emancipated. That means everyone was using internet, everyone was using HTTP. So the banking, money transaction, everything was going on HTTP. But there were people who were misusing it. So this committee or whichever sanstha, they came up with S, that is secure socket layer. Why this secure socket layer? See, what is socket? Whenever you have a system, there is a socket. So when you want a proper connection, TCP or UDP connection, you have to open the TCP connection. So these sockets are basically, you need to make them secure. That is, the end-to-end communication should be there proper, because there will be eavesdropper in between. That is why we have this S, that is secure. This is for secure socket layer, secure. Sarita is designing a web page and wants to change the name of the font type to a certain text. Which attribute of the font tag she should use? So in font we have different attributes. Font tag has different attribute. So we have font. In this we have face. We have attribute called face. So when you write font, say different tags we can write. But here face is going to be, say, Arial, Times New Roman, Aparajita, Mangal, whatever you give here. The type or the appearance of the font will be like this. Times New Roman, anything you write here. Face is the answer. This attribute is the answer. What is the use of BR tag in HTML code? BR tag. So BR, we already discussed this. BR is for break. Break is for new line. That means the next line will come. For example, you have written hello and you are writing how are you? And now this is in the same line. But we don't write like this, okay? Please remember, I've just written it vague. So now you want this how are you to come in the next line. So you insert a BR. So what will happen when this content will be printed? Hello will come in the first line. The how are you will be shifted to the another line. So now a line break. This is a break of a line. This BR tag is used to insert a single line break in HTML document. So if you want 2, you put 2 BR. If you want 4, you put 4 BR. BR is an empty tag. So you don't need a closing one here. What is the significance of the URL? So this is Uniform Resource Locator. URL stands for Uniform Resource Locator. So it specifies unique address of each document on the internet. It is specifying, see, if you make a website, if you make web pages, your name is Anshu and somebody will call Anshu, Anshu will come. Say you have Sweetie also, so your sister. So if Anshu will be called, Anshu will come, Sweetie will be called, Sweetie will come. So they have unique name. So what about your website? There are, you have a website and it has, say, 500 pages. So you have hosted this website on some HostGator or GoDaddy or whichever web hosting services. Now what about the internet? Internet has millions of networks, millions people are using it. So how your website is going to be named or web pages are going to be named? So what is here www.this.com? This particular thing, this combination of this thing is unique URL, and this URL specify unique address of each document on the internet. So this is basically an IP address, because we don't want to deal with the numbers. We always deal with the words, because humans are good with not with the numbers, but with names. So that is the URL. Basically, on the background is IP address only, or IP address that is unique address of each document on the internet. What is the importance of wheeling attribute of a body tag? So wheeling, first let me tell you a body tag. Body tag So there are three types of link. Basically, web page is all about links only. So first is link, second is a link, and the third one is v-link. Link, a link, and v-link. Now understand by an example. Now we have a list. We have three links here. Means if you click, it will properly take you to some other page or website. India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh. Now you have opened a website. Open a website. So the first time when you see the web page, you haven't even moved your cursor. So the color of these links will be what? Whenever the page will open, the color of this will be written in link. So here we are assuming that it is red. Now when you hover the mouse, when you take your mouse and put it over some of the link, that is what? You have made it active. You haven't clicked it. Please understand, you haven't clicked it. When you came to Pakistan, PAK, it changed into some color, so yellow color. You haven't clicked it, but you have activated it. That is a link, active link. Now you don't want to click Pak, but you forward your mouse on Bangladesh, you clicked it. So when you click this Bangladesh, you will be going to some other page. And when you come back, what you see, you will see this BNG will be changing the color. And what will be the color? It will be given in v-link. That means that has already been visited. That is when you come back to your original page, you must be knowing that which link you have already clicked. What is the method of using comment line in the HTML code? Comment line in the HTML code. So what is the comment? So you are an HTML programmer, for example. Now in this HTML programmer, now you have written a code. But in this code, you have changed some code on Wednesday, then you have changed the code on 2021. So these all are for you. So now you will write something that I edited this on some date, any date you can write, or you want to give some comment here. But this is for you. When the web browser will actually execute this page, you don't want this content to be printed. So for that, what you'll do, you have an angle bracket, then exclamation mark, then 2 hyphens or 2 dash, and then you write the content which you don't want to show, or the browser will not show, and then double dash followed by and close the angle bracket. So this is the way this line I'm showing is where where you are going to write the text. So angle bracket, exclamation, double hyphen, then the content, and then the final one. This is section number 2. Now we'll see the case study based questions of 2021 sample question paper of Cbse. So we have to attempt 5 questions. There are in all 7 questions. 5 you have to attempt, and each question has 1 mark. Internet protocols. So for communication over the internet, the communicating devices must follow certain rules. These rules are called internet protocols. For email communication, we use SMTP and POP. For communication between browser and server, HTTPS protocols are used. We can use Telnet to access service available on a remote computer. On the basis of this, the question is, which of the following is an internet protocol? So as in the text it is given already, that first let me tell you some idea that if you go to some marriage, you cannot wear a half pant or say your things which are not allowed there. So that is not a protocol. So whenever there is a communication, either network, internet, anywhere, so the browser and the server should understand. So there has to be a protocol being decided by every party, every stakeholder, and these rules and regulation, that is what, okay, I'm going to write this, you'll read this will be the packet size, this will be the checksum. All these rules and regulation which are being decided upon, these are called protocols. So these are the protocols which are there on internet, different protocols for different services. These are internet protocols. So which of the following is an internet protocol? As we just saw, is the text already given, HTTP is an internet protocol. Also the FTP is basically file transfer protocol. So whenever we transfer the file, we stream something, we send something from one system to another on internet, it's FTP. SMTP protocol is simple mail transfer protocol. Simple mail transfer protocol. So why it is used? This is used in sending outgoing emails by pushing the message from client to server. So what do? You'll open an email client. It can be a Gmail, it can be a Yahoo, it can be Outlook. Now you type here and then you send. So this sending or pushing of this email to the mail server. So this is your client and there will be a mail server. That pushing is done by a simple mail transfer protocol from client to server. Wherever you type, you're a client. And the opposite is POP, is the post office protocol. So POP protocol is what? As I said, it's just opposite of what we have just done. That is from client to server, sending of email is SMTP. Now getting the email from server to the client is done by POP. So this is used in receiving incoming emails by pulling the message from server to client. So we had a client, as you are typing a mail here. Now you are sending it. You have sent it to the server. Now server has the email. Now POP does what? There is a protocol, POP protocol on the other side. Because this Sam, you're Sam and you are sending it to Peter. Now Sam has already done the work. It has sent the email. Now this email has to be received by Peter and this is done by the POP protocol. So POP will be pulling, because SMTP push. Now POP will pull this email to Peter's client. Which of the following internet protocol provides secure data transmission between server and browser with the help of encryption? So as I said earlier also, previously when www came into being on the backbone of internet, HTTP : like this slash and the website name was being given like this. Browser will read it and the Google Chrome, it can be browser anything, Safari or Firefox, it will read it. And you will see the content through this URL through HTTP hypertext transfer protocol. But as the thing progressed, everyone started using it. The banking and all those money transaction, e-commerce was taking place here. Then the thing changed. Because now there are people who are with bad intentions, fraudulent people. See, they started misusing it. They were reading what was going from one point to another. So in order to curb this, to counter this, it started HTTP protocol was changed to HTTPS. This S in HTTP is secure socket layer, HTTPS. So now the Adan Pradan or giving and taking will be done using encryption. So the middleman cannot read it and cannot hamper it, misuse it. The full form of POP email protocol is, we just saw it. So it's post office protocol. And the name has come from post office only, because earlier what? Only post offices were there. When there was no internet, only post offices were there. Those were responsible for sending your mails, your parcels, your registries. Which of the following protocol is used for delivering data from the source to the destination? So from source to destination, because we are talking about TCP/IP stack. So TCP is transmission control protocol, but the actual IP internet protocol, this protocol is used for delivering data from source to the destination. It's IP internet protocol. So TCP is all about transmission establishment. For example, TCP UDP. So TCP, what will be the socket, what will be the IP, what is the packet structure. But IP is for this question. The full form of SMTP is Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. You just have to remember this mail. Email, Gmail, what you use. Basically, you push, or this SMTP push your email to the server. Simple Mail Transfer Protocol, right? So what you're sending, as I said earlier, is SMTP to the server, and POP takes it to the client from the server. Now let us read it, because there is a big question here, which is on the basis of this. Okay. Secure data transmissions means that data information is not being received or modified by an unauthorized person over a network from source to destination. That is, from source to destination, you don't want anybody else to read it, to understand it, or to do something which is not favorable to us. Secure data transmission, we can convert the actual message, which is in readable form, into an unreadable form called an encrypted message with the help of the concept of encryption. This unreadable message is sent through the network to the destination. If a hacker tries to read the message, she receives an unreadable message that cannot be easily converted into the actual message. The unreadable message can be converted to the original message by the receiver at the destination. So what they are saying is, I'll tell you about this Cbse cipher, but the basic is, if you have money, what do? You don't carry it in your hand and show it to everyone. There are people who will try to grab it, to do something with it. They may even harm you. So you'll keep it in the pocket, you'll keep it in the wallet, or you will safely put it somewhere. And then when you go to the bank or the person who you are supposed to give, what do? You give it there. So basically the encryption is you securing your data, securing your money, securing your content. And decryption is getting that out of that securement. So Cbse cipher is one of the most this common technique. This technique, each letter of the word is replaced by a letter some fixed number position used called as key down the alphabet. For example, if the key 3, each A is replaced by D, letter A is 3 positions from the letter A in the alphabet, each B will be replaced by E, and similarly each Z will be replaced by C. So the receiver can identify the original message by using the reverse technique of encryption, and this is called as decryption. The reverse technique is called decryption. Now let me make it to you very clear. Now we have A, B, C, D. So in all there are 26 alphabets. In English, 26 alphabet we have. So now the left part I am trying to show you the actual one. Then what will be changed when we use the key? That is what I am writing in this second column. So W, X, Y, Z, we can write this last ones also. Now what they are saying, Cbse cipher is doing what? Each letter of the word is replaced by the letters of some fixed number of position, which is the key. This key can be changed. So here this is A, and this is when the key will be applied. A key will be applied. So for example, the key is 3. What does it mean? A will be replaced by the third number after A. Because A is at the 1 position, just add 3. What is the 4th position? Which letter lies on 4th position? It's D. So we will replace A by D. Same thing, B is in the 2nd position. So when you add 3 to this B, it will be 2 plus 3, which is 5. So 5, that is E position. E is at the 5th position. Similarly, C will be replaced by what? A, B, C, D, E, F. Now if you want to replace Z, because there is nothing after Z. So Z, now Z is the 26. You have to start 26 plus 3 you have to do. But after that 26 is nothing. So after 26, A will come, B will come, C will come. So Z, if you add 3, that is make Z again 0, or make again the adding of 3. So A, B, C, you will replace it by C. Okay. Z is, again you are starting with the initial, because after Z there is nothing. So here Z will be replaced by C. This is what it is saying, right? You can just make a circle and then A, B, C, D, Z, you will write in a circle, you will know after Z what will come. So in place of A, D will come, in place of B, E will come. If you want to say Z, you will replace it by C, because you are adding 3 and Z you assume it to be 0. So 0 plus 3 is C. Okay, now the question starts. Secure data transmission means what? Secure data transmission. So data transmission cannot be accessed by any unauthorized or authorized person during the transmission. So cannot be accessed by unauthorized should be the correct answer here. If you see the answer, it is given as authorized. It is not authorized, it is unauthorized. See, source and destination. When you send, it is always highly likely that the people who are in between the network, that is on router, on switches, on bridges, everyone is there. So you don't want them to, these unauthorized person to grab your data. Which of the following techniques can be used for security of data? Security of the data is authentication, authorization, encryption, actually all of the above. Encryption we have just seen. So if you're using WhatsApp, you see there it shows the message have end-to-end encryption. That is, when the message is sent once and being received, in between nobody can read it. Authentication and authorization, they are quite similar with a very minor difference. That is, what you are saying, what you are is whom you are. The second thing is you are the person whom I have given the opportunity or I have given the authorization. So authentication means these two is just like about coming to an office and having a card, right? So, and he can only use the card in certain places. So this is authentication, authorization. This is also to check and verify the security. Caesar cipher is what we have just seen in this. So it is used to convert or conversion of the actual message into the encrypted message, and this is an encryption technique. If you remember, we have converted A, B, C, everything. In which character we have added 3 if the key is 3. If the key is 4, you can go up to that 4. You just add the position with 4. So it's an encryption technique as well, and it's used for conversion of actual message into encrypted message. Now here person X has received an encrypted message and want to convert this message into the actual message. This is message before encryption. This technique he should use is called what? Now at your end it will be encryption, but at the other end it will be decryption. So what ABC you have done, you changed it with certain key. ABC with certain key, you have made it as DEF. Now when the DEF is ready, now you will send it. You are going to send it on the network, on the internet. Now DEF is going, and now it has come to the recipient, the person who is supposed to get it. When this DEF is coming, he will not be able to read it. So you have to convert this DEF to ABC because the actual message was ABC, right? Now a sender wants to send a message having the text as computer to a receiver using 4 as the key. What will be the encrypted message? Encrypted message. Now this is a big question. I don't understand why they have given it in the 1 mark. So it will take time because there are 26 characters and almost all the stretch of the characters are being used. So let us write it here. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Okay. Now you see that the key is of length 4 and we have to do it for computer. The word is computer. So now this computer, when you have 4 as the key, let us write these positions also, because you just have to add 4 to the position. So C is 3, C is at position 3. Now you add 4 here, so it will be 7. So what is at 7th position? G. So C will be converted into G when it is encrypted. C will be converted to G. Now all these others have to be done like this. I'll do every it's very important here to learn it here. So C will be changed to G. Now computer, let me write it here. Let me write it here. Computer. COMPUTER. And if you see, we have just converted C to G. Now coming to O. Now wherever O is there, just leave 3 after it and it will go to S. PQR we have left. M, leave 3, NOP we have left, it's Q now. Now P, coming to P. Where is P? Where is P? Here. Leave 3, QRS leave, it will be T. You will replace it by T. Now U. Now U, replace, means leave 3. VWX, it will be Y. It will be Y. And then we have T. UVW, just leave this, only X. Only X will come. So in place of T, you are going to put X, right? The only option is just leave 3. Now E, come to E. F, G, H, leave it. I will come. I. R, where is R? Where is R? S, T, U, leave it. Only V will come. V. So G, S, Q, T, Y, X, I, V will come, and this is the final version. An encryption algorithm is used to transform a readable message into what? So basically you are encrypting it, you are making it unreadable. So when it is readable, if you send it readable, everyone can read it. So basic idea of encryption is to encrypt it, to convert it. So you are encrypting the message, encrypted message. So others cannot read it. Encrypted message. In Caesar cipher, for which of the following values of key, the encrypted message will be the same as original message. Okay. Now Caesar cipher, it's very clear that what is the key? Actual message will be encrypted message 0. If the key is 0, A will, if you position of A is 1, if you add 0, it will be A only. So A will be replaced by A, B will be replaced by B because you are adding 0 to the position. This is very clear. But what about 26? 26 is also the answer. Why? Because when you go from A to Z, after Z what? After Z, what will come? A will come. So if you add A with 26, Z will come. So you are adding A to 26. Means A is the first position. You add A 26, it will again be A because after Z it will be A. Now this is part B. All questions are compulsory and there are internal choices. We'll talk about that. Sarvesh, a student of class 10, is not able to understand the difference between web client and web server. Help him understanding the same by explaining their role. So we have to find out the difference here. So you need to make him understand by explaining their role and giving suitable example of each. So web client and web server. So basically, on internet, what is client, what is server, you have to explain. So let me just clear it first. Okay. Web client. Whenever you open a web browser or anything on internet with certain application, for example, you open your Google Chrome. Say you open Firefox. This is your web browser. These are your web browser. Now, even in web, with all the protocols which are running, WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, all these chatting applications, chatting programs. So when you open this, these are the web client because these are the applications that request for services from a web server. Web server, they are requesting from web server. These web browsers are asking something from web server. So you can just say that web browser and chatting application, these are web client. When you open this google.com, so whatever is coming here in the client has come from some server and it is shown to you. Now what is web server? No, it might be clear now. So now web browser was asking something from someone. So web client is asking from whom? From web server, right? See, if you have opened Google or say some Google Gmail or WhatsApp, you're not only the user. There are multiple hundreds, lakhs and millions of users. I'll just give an example. See, you are watching a YouTube video, but at that time, multiple people are watching that video at the same time. Who is going to take care of that? Who is going to take care of the concurrency? Who is providing you the service? Who is streaming that service? All those things are done. They are all protocols it is using, all network configuration, this providing of the services is done by the web server. So web server is a software that serves the request made by web clients. For example, Apache server. So this server is basically serving the client. Client is expecting something, asking something, or whatever it requires from the server. Write the full form of CC and BCC used in email communication and the difference between them. So let me start with an example. You opened a Gmail or Yahoo Mail or any email. That is, you open something to send. So whenever you open, you will get two. That is, you are going to write the recipient address. For example, we are trying to send it to Sarvesh @gmail.com, for example. Now, so when you open this, you will write your content, some hello, how are you, or some formal email. I'm just trying to explain you that this is the point where you are going to write. There is a send button, you will send it. But you are sending it to whom? Sarvesh. Now you want to send it to someone else also. For example, you are trying to send it to Swati also. Swati@gmail.com. So Sarvesh, and he is Sarvesh, and she is Swati. Sarvesh and Swati, when you send the mail, they both will be able to see it because you have put Swati's name in CC. So you have sent a carbon copy of Sarvesh mail to Swati. Now coming to BCC. Now you want to send it to Sarvesh. You want to send the same mail to Swati, but you don't want that Sarvesh should see Swati and Swati should see Sarvesh. That is, now you change this. You don't write Swati here, but now your name, the email will be put in the BCC text box. Now to Sarvesh and now BCC is Swati. Now when you send the same mail, the same mail will go to both of these recipients, but Sarvesh and Swati won't be able to know each other that this mail is also sent to the other person. That is it. That is why it is called as blind carbon copy. Blind carbon copy. They both will not be able to see who else has got this email. So you can have multiple names here. This is not just one name. Even in 2CC, BCC, you can have multiple names. So carbon copy, CC, every recipient can check who else has received the mail. This is every recipient will know who else has got this mail. And blind carbon copy, BCC, means no recipient can check or know who else has received the same mail. It has been sent to number of recipients, but no one can see each other. What is the use of sub and sup tag? Explain these suitable example with this suitable example. Now one example is given here. Now let me write something else. You want to write, say, x square. Now this 2 is x raised 2. This is the raised power. X cube you want to write. X raised half you want to write. How you are going to write this? You will write x. Then you will write SUP, superscript. Superscript here. Because you want to raise that content to the power of x. So when you put sup, this half will be on the power of x. So x raised half will be the answer. Now we have H2SO4. How to do this? Now 2 and 4 here are the subscript. They are subscript. So now H, now you want to in the subscript form. So now you'll write SUB, subscript, subscript. Then SO, then again subscript. O after O, subscript, and after that you'll write 4. SUB, then you write 4. Okay, not 2, 4. Let me just show it that this is 4 you are going to write. SO2, SO4, whatever you write. I'll give you this example which they have given. A square is A sub 2, CO2 is CO, and CO after that sub. And sub and sup, you have to close it also. They are container tags. So Sunil wants to insert an image, e-learning JPG, into a web page. Write the name and the syntax of the HTML tag she should use. The alternate text for the image should be e-learning image. For that, what we'll do? The answer is in front of you, but these are different ways you have to write, because these are 2 questions being asked, not 1 question. So you have to write the answer of each of the part. You cannot just combine them. Then only you will get the whole marks, full marks. So you have to write the name of the tag, that is the image tag, IMG, that is the image tag, name of the tag. And then the other part of the question is asking syntax of tag. For that you'll write ING, then you are going to write SRC. SRC is coming from where? The path you have to see. This image, we assume that it is in the same folder where the web page is. So you have elearning.jpg, you are going to write here. Now alternate text you have to write. They have also given alternate text. So ALT, and then you have to write whole of the thing. You have to write SRC elearning.jpg here. And if there is some path, then you have to specify the path also, because in the question it is not being given. So we are just writing the image name. Then ALT alt. In this alternate, you are going to give what? See, you are not only using this or doing the HTML. You have to do what? You have jQuery, JavaScript. So you have to handle this image in multiple ways. For that, you need a name for this image also. For that, we'll write alt as a e-learning image. Now, whenever this e-learning image will be handled, the image will automatically be handled. Define the following: intellectual property rights and plagiarism. So you have to give the answer of both of these. So intellectual property right is what? Rights given to creators for creation of their minds. So now see, there is a person. Now he has certain idea. Everyone has good ideas. So he has certain ideas. Now you have this idea and you gave it to somebody else, or you told it to somebody else. Now this idea belongs to you. Now someone else who got the idea, he started using it and he made money. That is, your intellectual property right had been, say, stolen by this other person. So if you take patent or you do copyright of this idea, if you have some idea, some music, some video, some content, you have taken patent or copyright. Now this idea cannot be stolen by anybody else because it is now your copyright. It is your patent. It is your intellectual property. So you have a right on it. Okay, if somebody wants to steal it or happen to steal it, you can take him to the court because IPR and patent and everything is with you. Now, see, if somebody is stealing, trying to steal this IPR or intellectual property right is giving you the right that this is the intellectual, that is intellectual means coming from mind. Intellect means mind, logic, dimag. It is coming from that. No one else can steal it or use it or misuse it or make money from it. Okay. Coming to plagiarism. What is this plagiarism? Sometimes people call it as plagiarism also. It's plagiarism basically. So now you wrote something. Okay, you put a lot of effort and you made a content writing and putting all your hard time. Now someone actually copied the content. That is, for example, you wrote a thesis. You wrote a project, something you have written, and someone else has copied the same content. He has written the same thesis on your subject and same content they have stolen. So this is plagiarism. This is about ideas and words. So taking credit of ideas and words of another person. That is, you are not even giving him proper credit, but you are using it. And this is mainly more for words. For content which is written material like theses, like the project reports, like this. Now this is the or, okay, this will come in or. Either you do that thing or this thing, but you need to know everything right now because we are knowing everything now. What is e-commerce? Right, you need to preventive measures to taken for secure online transaction. E-commerce means what? See, you will start from your home. Your mother will say, okay, get me this thing. You will take your bike or a scooter and you'll go. And you'll buy it and you'll bring it back from nearby grocery shop or any shop you want. Now people are doing what? You have to open just an app, type, you will get multiple options. You will go add it to the cart and just pay. That means at your home only you are getting, after paying after some day, you'll get the delivery. That is, you are not going anywhere, you're not interacting with anyone. And you are getting discount and everything on this app and you are just buying it. This is e-commerce. And this is not also only buying. It's about selling also. So if you are buying, somebody is selling also. So buying and selling of goods on the internet is e-commerce. E-commerce. E-commerce is electronic commerce. That is trade. Buying, selling through internet. See, now when you are working on internet, you are paying, you are using internet. So there are people, if somebody has made internet, there are people who can break it also. They are crackers also. They are fraudulent people. So there are certain preventive measures for your secure online transaction. First of all, you don't need to share OTP. Previously, there was no OTP. This OTP is one more check. Okay, you have entered credit card or some detail. Now this OTP will come on your registered mobile. And then only the transaction will succeed. So don't tell this OTP to anyone. People are cloning the mobile, they are cloning the numbers. So there are so many ways they are trying to hack or get your stuff. And before making any online payment, you need to make sure that the website is not HTTP but HTTPS. For example, if you open www.pnb.com, that is the bank website, username, password will come and you will just enter and it will be wrong. And you'll see, oh, what will happen? This website means this page will go and actual page will come of PNB. So this is phishing because you have already entered the username, password and it will go to the hacker. It will go to the wrong person. And now the PNB website will come. So this is phishing. So there are so many things which are happening on internet. You need to be very sure while you are dealing. Don't share anything and check where you are paying. Shalini, a web designer, wants to create a web page to display a list where each number is listed by number. Which type of list she should use? Explain the role of start and type attribute. First of all, Shalini is a web designer. Now she wants to have this 1, 2, 3, 4, that is the ordered list, A, B, C, D. Let us assume A, B, C, D is what she wants to sell or number or catalog. Now she wants numbering, she wants order. That's why we are going to use the ordered list. Ordered list, because in unordered list, this will come. Some round, some square shape, it will come. Ordered list, first answer is ordered list. Now the second part, explain the role of start and type attribute. So whenever you have the OL, that is ordered list, this OL is the tag used for it. OL is the tag. Now when you have this OL tag, it will be by default 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you want to change it. You just want to start with say 5, 6, 7, 8. It's always not 1, 2, 3, 4. You want to start with 5, 6, 7, 8. So you'll give here start and then 5. So this specifies the start value of an ordered list. So now the list will start from 5 rather than 1. Now you want type attribute, that is you want not 1, 2, 3, you want Roman. So you'll give type, by default 1, 2, 3 will come. But you want to change it, you want to show it in Roman. So type equals to I if you give, so it will come in Roman. Okay, this is specifies the type of the list item marker. OL also you have to close, it's a container tag, and then you have li here. Li is also container tag, so A, B, C, D will come. 4 times you have to write li, 4 times you have to write li with a forward slash. Okay, so this is the answer. And even if you write the content which is provided here, it will be okay, you'll get full marks. What are the roles of row span and call span attribute? Explain with suitable HTML example. So here is the example which is given by the Cbse. So row span. So we have a table here. Now these are the rows. Now you want to increase the rows. So row, if you want to increase the row, how many rows you want to have a content? If I add one more, so assume it to be a row, so we have combined the row. When you combine the row, this last block which I made is the combined row. That is row span. How about call span? Now how many cells you need to combine horizontally? So if you see the below one, these are 2 columns which have been combined. Upper one were 2, but these 2 are combined in the lower part. That is the call span. So row span is combining the cells vertically. Call span means combining the cells horizontally. Okay. Now you'll understand it better with this example. So this is the table we are starting. We are having a TR and TR. TR means table row. It's table row. So this is about the row. So one row at a time. Then the second row. This is about the second row of a table. So let us start the table with first row. So how many columns are there? 4 columns in this example. There are 4 columns and there are 2 rows. 4 columns, 2 rows. In this example, it is 4 column, 2 row. So we'll make the first row because TR and /TR is about first row. Then the second row will come later. Now the first thing is, now you have to have data inside. So every block or every cell will have data. First is TD. So first cell will have row 1, column 1. So this is TD. First cell is finished. Coming to second one. Now TD, call span equals 2. It is saying call span equals 2. So the column has to be 2. So assume that these are 2 columns. I just dotted it just to let you know that these 2 columns we have to use. Both of the columns we have to use because the column span is 2. So there are 2 columns. Dotted line shows there are two columns, but actually these 2 will be combined. They will be merged. So it will be row 1, column 2 and column 3. So column 2 you have used and column 3 you have used and combined it because the column span is 2. So second data is also complete. Now coming to the third, row span is 2. Now row span 2, you have row 1 and 2 and column 4. So row 1 and 2. So here 2 rows will be used. Second row we haven't made yet. So this is column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4. So you have to use column 4. First thing we have done, column span two we have combined, two column we have combined. That is horizontally we have combined. Now row span should be vertical. So you have to take this one also. You have to take this one also, the below one. Because the row to second row also content you have to, the cell you have to take. So now this whole will be row 1 and 2 column 4. Row 1 and row 2 and column 4. So let me just make it. This will be in both the rows. Now row 2 is this one. We haven't made it yet. But already row span when it becomes 2, we will take this and combine this. So this whole will be 1. Now coming to the second row. Now second row will start. First cell will be what? Row 2 column 1. This is row 2 column 1. So row 2 column 1. Then coming to this one TD, row 2 column 2, row 2 column 2, row 2 column 2, write it here. And then we have the third one, which is what? Row 2 column 3. See, you don't have to worry about column 4 because column 4 was already taken. So let me make it final that how it's going to be seen, this example. So this will be like this. Here and this one and this. So this will be row 1, column 1. This whole will be row 1, column 2 and 3. This will be row 1, 2 and column 4. This is going to be row 2, column 1. This will be row 2, column 2. This will be row 2 and column 3. This is row 1, row 2. So this is how you have to do this. So we combined column span. So two columns are combined. In the row span, 2 rows are combined. Now Saroj, a student of class 10, wants to represent a table in web page, but she is unaware about the table tag. Explain her the role of th, tr, td tag. Write HTML code of a table and show that use of th, tr and td. So first of all is this tr. tr is for table row, and every row it will define. So we will deal row one by one, and then table header. So I'll just show you. But TD, we have already seen that it is data or cell. Particular data cell is TD content. So we have to make a table. We are making a table. And inside this table, these are rows. So there will be 3 rows. TR start, TR end. This is our first row. And inside this, we have header. Table header will be only 1. Right here in this example, it's 1. So the content will be shown in the heading form. So 3 content, th, roll number, then name, and then stream. So roll number, name and stream, these will be one row, and also they will be the header form. So we had a table. Now this is the first row. This is row 1. So three cells are there, th, same as td, but here th because it's a table data with header. So column 1, column 2, column 3 is there. Now coming to the second row. So this tr start, tr end. Now here we are going to give the content. What is the content here? Again 3 cells will be there. TD, 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 3 TD, no role span, no call span. So first will be 1, then here Ajay, and then here will be arts. And now coming to this tr, that means third row we are talking about. First row was not the content, it was just header. Now we have three content or 3 data, 3 record. So now TD, 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 that means three columns we have, 3 cells we have in this column. 2 Vijay, and then commerce will be here. Commerce. Now this is also done. Now coming to third TR. Basically it's 4th TR, but for the record, for the content, it is 1, 2, 3. So this will be 3. So table data 3, then you have Ramesh, and then we have commerce. Ramesh and commerce. Okay, this is row 1, row 2, and row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4 it is. What is the digital divide? Write any 2 reasons for digital divide in India. So what is digital divide? Now if you are living in Shahar or urban city or a metro, now you have a good mobile. You don't have problem of mobile. You have very good towers, so network connection is also good. 4G, 4.5G speed you are getting. So now you have all the digital say power with you. Now going to a village or some place which is remote on mountain, etc. Now the mobile is, because they are not rich, so the internet facility is very low. The mobile is also not very smart. So this is the difference of the digital power these two individuals have. The digital divide refers to the differing amount of information, jankari, that is the digital content, information as well as work, because you're doing a digital work also today on all this digital thing. So left one has everything, that is they have access to information, communication and technology. They have left hand side. Right hand side people, they don't have access to it. So what is the reason? There are multiple reasons. First of all, the wealth. The left one has more wealth, right one has less wealth. Poverty, left one, maybe they might not be that rich, but still they are moderately rich. But the rural area, it's very poor. Less literacy rate in rural India, that is, the literacy rate. Literacy rate is less. They don't know how to do the basic thing also, or they are not being taught. Define internet and write its two uses in our daily life. How it is different from the World Wide Web, WWW. First thing is, internet is a jala, a network. It's a network of networks. It's a global network of networks. Somebody is here, somebody is there. There are millions of users, millions of digital gadgets, millions of data, millions of routers, millions of networking technologies involved. So in this globe, the web of network is internet. Okay, all is network. Now on this network, we do different kind of work. One is dealing with the web pages, dealing with the websites, dealing with the application, chat applications, etc. So these links, hyperlinks, pages is www. So internet is a bigger brother and www is a part of this internet. It's a part, it's a subset of internet. So internet is worldwide network that links many smaller computer networks. So it's a mega network of smaller networks. The uses of internet is e-learning, e-commerce. You have seen that this whole year we just learned through e-learning, e-commerce, that is selling and buying everything on internet. That is, you are entertaining yourself by Netflix, you are paying your bill to the electricity department by e-commerce. So the difference between internet and www is, it is a collection of various hypertext documents available on the internet. So www is indeed a part of the internet. So www is basically, you have to talk about hypertext document. So it's a part of internet. Internet is very wide. It's a big giant network. So worldwide network that provides various other services, not only www, by email communication, file sharing, file transfers. There are so many. Okay. So this internet is based on TCP IP, there is a protocol stack. Previously it was ISO OSI model. So we have email, for that we have SMTP, POP, all these are combined to make an internet. www is a part. What is e-learning? Explain any two merits of e-learning. So e-learning, that is electronic learning. Learning via the digital means. Learning through internet. Learning through the digital media. So you have a computer, you have a smartphone in your hand, you have a tablet. Now you can use all of these devices, any of these devices. You can use applications like Zoom, Google Team. All these are the applications you can employ. Even the WhatsApp, you can have the group call. So now you are here, your teacher is here, your student, your friend is there, and the teacher can teach these multiple students at the same time. And these are live classes. Even not the live classes, through, for example, YouTube. Say class 10th, you have computer science subject and there is a course. So number of lectures, if I made a course, so I just upload it on the internet, lecture 1, lecture 2, lecture 3 of different chapters. Now anyone can anytime see this topic. They can ask question through comment. They can discuss, right? So e-learning, learning through the courses which are delivered online on internet. So first is, it is self-paced, means you can read at your speed. You can read today, you can read once again tomorrow or in the night time. You can attend class anytime, anywhere. Even if you are at some remote location at your house, you can attend the class. So you can give quizzes, exams, etc. Now this is a very important question. It's of the highest marks. So this is a website, or you can say a web page you have to design. It's not a website, actually one page has been asked. So there are certain contents we have to see. First thing is, the background color is yellow. So background color of the page should be yellow. First thing. So we will use BG color. Second is heading, our country India should be the first level of heading. So what is the first level of heading? It's H1. So we'll give this our country India in H1. Then the image named India.jpg should be placed in the center. So this image, first of all, we have to use image, img, src, and then we'll try to make it center. So our country and this together will do. Now the formatting style, that is, there is a paragraph coming. India is spread like this. So the font size has to be 5 times now Roman, and the color is also given red. And one more thing, the content, this paragraph has some subscript and some superscript. Actually, they just have the superscript, not the subscript. So 7 has th up, 2 has nd up. So we'll use the superscript because no subscript is there. Now facts should be written with the help of unordered list. So we'll use unordered list here. See, it's ul will start, will end with ul, and 3 li we will give, and these 3 content will write there. So this is a brief idea I gave. Now let us see one by one. So we'll start with HTML, end with HTML. Body start, body end. But body background color has to be yellow. So BG color has to be yellow. Then you want this our country and this image has to come in the center. So when you want them to be in the center, let us take this heading and image together and then give it in the center. So we'll start with center, end with center. Inside this we'll do what? We'll start with heading. So center starts, center end. Everything which will come inside this will be centered. Now H1 heading, H1 close. So heading level, it is being shown that H1 heading because highest heading is H1 only. Then the image, what is the source? It is given as India.img, jpg. So you take img, then src, source is India.jpg, and then you close this center. These 2 work are done. Now coming to the paragraph. Now we have to start with P and end with P because it is a paragraph type. So you have to start P and end P, and inside this you have to write this content. So paragraph start, paragraph end we have done. Now font is red. So font color is red, size is given 5, so size is 5. And what is the type? Face. Face is Times New Roman. Inside this, whatever is written, just write it. Just there are 2 things, as 7th and 2nd. Here you have to use this superscript. So 7 sup, th sup. So sup inside this th is there, that will go up. That will raise to the power of 7. Similarly, use 2nd, nd. So nd has to be kept inside sup because this is superscript. So nd will be 2 raised to the power nd like this. So now font end, this is done. Now coming to the list, the third part. So now this is an unordered list. Unordered list start, unordered list end. Now we have 3 content, li. So you have to write 3 li, you have to close it also because it is a container tag. And just write, you don't have to do anything, just copy and paste. Okay. Now answer the following. Now we have to write in very short. What is a hypertext link? So a hypertext link allows us to link HTML elements, which can be text or image, to another content or new section within the current element. So when we have a hyperlink, whenever you click it, it will take you to some other document or to the other part of the same document. It can take you to other website, it can take you to the other page of that website or to the same section. Give the name and syntax of the HTML tag which is used for creating a hypertext. This is anchor tag. So you will start with anchor tag, and href is the link address. You have to write this link address, whichever it is be. Link address I am writing just now. Now you want user to click so that it goes to certain things. So this is click me or something, hypertext link text you will give, and you will have to close it with a. Neha also display a click here message on her web page, which when clicked opens a new web page chapter2.html. Write the syntax of the HTML command she should use. So just she has to use href chapter2.html, and then just you have to have click here because you will click here, then only chapter2.html will open. Next is on the same page, Neha, whose email is neha@xyz.com, wants to display a contact us message, which when clicked open the email program and allows the user to send a mail to Neha. Write the syntax of HTML command she should use. So don't worry about this. Same thing you have to write a anchor tag. In href you have to write mail to the email address. So contact us is the point where user will click and this mail will be sent, or mail performer will be open. So what you have to do, email program has to open. Even if you write email address, it won't happen. You have to write mail to. In order to open the mail program, you have to write mail to, then colon, then the email address. Explain the use of target attribute in the hypertext link tag. So this target this specify where to open the link document when the link is clicked. So the link, when you click, it can be opened in the same tag, means same tab. So if you have a click meet, for example, now you want to open it where? You want to open it on the same page, on the different tab, or on the different browser object. So the target attribute will show how the link when you click is going to open where, how, like. Okay, this is all about these question answers to our paper. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself.